Welcome back to Bay Area Focus. The Tony Award-winning musical Fun Home, based on a graphic novel by MacArthur genius Alison Bechdel, just opened up at TheatreWorks Silicon Valley. And here to tell us all about it and more about the play are two of its stars, Moira and James Lloyd Reynolds. Welcome to Bay Area Focus.
Thank you.
Well, this is exciting. So you're in town, originally from New York. The life of an actor, you travel to where the work is, and here you are. This is great. So tell me about this play, Fun Home.
Well, Fun Home tells the story of Alison Bechdel. It's her true story, the story of her actual life. In her early 40s, she, after a successful career as a cartoonist, set out to really look at her family and the mystery of what happened to her father. He died, apparently, of a suicide, and she was at the same age he was when he passed. And that spurred her to do a deep dive, look at her family, and Fun Home was the book and eventually the musical that resulted.
And why the name Fun Home? Because I don't know if that is fun sometimes, looking at your past and diving into it.
The family owns a funeral home and runs it, and it's a multi-generational funeral home that they've had in the family for a long time. Inside the family, they call it the Fun Home.
Okay, so you play Alison.
I do.
And you play Alison's father.
Correct.
Okay. And we're taking a picture of the set here. Tell me about this scene.
Oh, well, there we see the Bechdel family home. It's a beautiful conception they've done with the set. It looks a little bit like a cartoon or like a drawing or a sketch. And the experience of the show is very fluid because the show is about Alison remembering and recalling events from her past. Set pieces and drops and flies come in and out like magic. Yes.
So this is a fantasy sequence of her trying to imagine what life with a very happy family could be, and it's all of the Partridge Family, obviously.
Yeah. The costumes in that segment are perfect.
It looks it. Yeah, it absolutely looks it. And then here
is when she's in college, meeting her first girlfriend.
Okay, so part of this is she is exploring her sexuality.
Yeah, she is. Sort of the crux of the mystery is that she grew up, came out in college as a lesbian, and her father was also a gay man. And shortly after her coming out is when he died. And the big question she's asking, and maybe is still asking, is, was it because of me?
Yeah. So. It sounds like it can be very painful to go through the past and dive into all of that, and that's what she gets into. But this is a very well-received play. I mean, this is a Tony Award-winning play.
5 Tonys.
5 Tonys, which is amazing. Is there any pressure to get on the stage every night and perform?
Absolutely.
I mean, sure.
Of course, to do the service to this material is an important, very important and as you say, stressful thing for an actor to do. But I think also to know that the audience is going to come away with the story is your main focus, and that relieves some of the pressure.
Yeah.
And you already had one show.
We
did. It was a preview.
Last night.
We did.
It was a preview. So how did that go?
Beautifully. I mean, the experience of this show is that most people end with tears streaming down their face and big smiles. The audience is so moved and so affected in a beautiful way. To see that at curtain call, it means, I guess, we did our job. So, yeah.
Yeah, you cry, you laugh. You know, we're taking a picture, or we're taking a look at some of the scenes here and the set. And as you said, you were talking about the house and the costumes, but a lot of it has to do with the dialogue, right?
Yeah.
The dialogue seems like the star of the show.
Well, and it's served so beautifully by the music. The 2 women who wrote the show, Janine Tesori and Lisa Krohn, they were incidentally the first all-female team to win a Tony for Best Musical, and they worked together so beautifully to make difficult conversations soar through music. I mean, some of this music, as a singer, you don't often get to work on material this good. It's a real pleasure.
Yeah, that's great. So. Okay, so both of you New York actors, any difference between the audience in New York and an audience in, in the Bay Area?
Oh, hard to tell. Yeah, hard to tell. But I don't think so. I think that people were responding very well last night. You know, there were tears, there was lots of laughter, there was great appreciation for the work. So,
okay, all right. Well, it sounds like a great play, and I wish you all the success in the world.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you
Thanks
very
so much for coming on the
Sure.
show. And don't miss TheatreWorks Silicon Valley's performance of Fun Home. It is playing through October 28th at the Mountain View Center for the Performing Arts in Mountain View. And for tickets, you can go to theatreworks.org. Coming up, join the Huntington's Disease Hope Walk when Bay Area Focus continues. We'll have their messages.